Say what you will about Pacific Rim Uprising, but at least the character designs were cool. At least cool enough for a drink. For this Kaiju Drone cocktail, you'll need sake, triple sec, lime juice, a dark spiced rum, and some black food coloring if you so choose. For this extra dark spiced rum, I simply added black food coloring to it. You could also use Jaeger if you really wanted to be on the nose with it, but I don't think that would work well flavor-wise at all. In a shaker with ice, start by adding 2 ounces of your favorite sake or sake of choice for this drink, 3/4 of an ounce of triple sec, 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice, and give that all a nice hearty shake. Pour that over some ice and a light up ice cube if you've got it. Totally optional, but it looks pretty rad, doesn't it? Then float that extra dark spiced rum on top, or whatever black high proof alcohol you've chosen. Either way, enjoy. Cheers! Diamond Select Toys came out with this Kaiju Drone figure in 2019 following the release of the second Pacific Rim, and then re-released it in 2022 in this slightly smaller, boxier packaging. I'm not sure if there are any differences between the figures themselves, but I do know that both releases retailed for $30, and both releases come with an extra pair of hands. The stock hands are in more of a grasping pose, whereas the swappable hands have outstretched fingers. To swap the hands, just pop the old ones out at the wrist and plug the new ones right in. I think Diamond did a great job on these, at least in terms of being able to pose them without snapping the joints compared to some of the early NECAs. While there are no holes on the feet to plug a base into, I don't have much trouble with this guy falling over. I measured it at 6 3/4 of an inch to the top of his head and around 7.5 inches to his tallest spike, but that height will definitely vary depending on how you have it posed. The hands are made of a softer rubber, as well as some of the spiky bits. Not all of them though, so be careful. The smaller ones are the sharpest. As it says on the box, this guy features 16 points of articulation, but that depends on how you count them. There's some rotation in the head, some at the waist, double ball joints in both shoulders, a bend at the elbows, rotation at the wrists with a bonus hinge, a swivel and ball joint at both hips, bends at both knees, and a couple joints at the ankles. Now the sculpt does hinder movement on this guy, especially around the ankles, but you can still get some nice poses. While these infected versions are definitely cool, Diamond never released any normal drones as they first appeared in the film. I mean shoot, there's still kaiju from the first Pacific Rim that don't have figures in this scale. Slattern only got the hero clicks, and Raiju finally got a closed face version from McFarlane. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that I welcome more on-screen Pacific Rim figures, especially in a smaller scale. There's only so much shelf space to go around, you know? So on that note, I like this figure, but I don't like it for as much shelf space as it takes up. Does that make sense? Anyway, as of the recording of this video, it appears to be sold out for retail at most of the usual sites except for Vampire Robots. Of course, it could be long gone by the time you're watching this, so good luck on your hunt. Thanks for watching, and always drink responsibly.